3, 2, 1, brawl!
And here we go. Scythe finds the first weapon, but Stevenator ends up tossing a mine, and Scythe lands on it. Stevenator finds the spear, but tosses it to the side. He wants that axe, we know it. He goes for the sidelight into the neutral lights and ends up falling up immediately with a recovery.
He is so fast with those axes.
Absolutely.
The punish that he gives out is out of this world.
Yeah. They're not exactly strings with the axe. It's just kind of covering options that he thinks that his opponents are taking. And he's usually right about it. Goes for an aerial, but ends up not hitting Scythe, but finds that side air.
Dude, trying desperately just to get away from Stevenator and get some damage out, but...
An interesting signature option from Scythe here, but he gets hit by another side air. Finds himself in the red. Stevenator goes for a very high ground pound punish and just completely misses. Scythe making an effort to get back to center stage, spacing him out with some side lights and some side airs.
Like doing whatever he can not to get hit by the air coming out of Brynn.
I can only feel like that Stevenator's punish there with that side signature was a mistake. I feel like he wanted the neutral signature to be able to end Scythe's stock from that unsafe ground pound. But instead, finds a side air, takes him off the side of the stage. First stock goes to Stevenator's Brynn. Finds that neutral signature, however, sending Stevenator to the orange. Goes from the charged signature and just gets punished. Stevenator going in for some more aerial axe spacing, but Scythe finds a D-light into Grave of Cancel, neutral light.
Racking up the damage on Stevenator and finding the end sig. Bring it 2-2.
Yeah. Doing a great job of being able to close out that stock. Has the guns in hand. Stevenator forced to go into Spear. I don't feel like he's very comfortable with Spear on Brynn, but we haven't seen much of it, so let's see what he can do against Scythe's guns.
Get rid of his spear and pick up another axe.
Yeah, I feel like that's going to be the pace of this match whenever Stevenator is on Brynn. Has the axe right now.
Will Scythe be able to attune to the axe spacing and get damage out? We will see.
He's actually doing quite a good job of being able to get around Stevenator's spacing. Whenever Stevenator moves, he's typically moving with an attack, and he's just waiting for that attack.
Ooh, another downlight neutral combo from Scythe.
He's not having difficulty now getting these side airs and side lights with his guns. As long as he can hold on to the guns, I think he's fine, but he's got them hit out of his hands. What does he get now? Finds the horns of the cat's arrows. I don't think he wants those at all. Gets the ground pound, however, disarms Stevenator. Stevenator going for the unarmed combo right now, but it's caught by a signature. Scythe takes the stock and the lead.
Scythe sitting at red stock, Stevenator trying to close it out with a neutral sig. Doesn't hit.
Stevenator finding a neutral light, trying to go for a recovery down the stock, but he can't really get it. Finds the axe.
Finds the side air.
Yeah, and that closes the stock out pretty quickly. I don't think Stevenator's going to allow himself to get into a position again where Scythe's able to box him out with those with the spacing from gun side airs and sidelines.
Nice chain coming out of Scythe with a weapon throw.
Excellent ground pound option for the Scythe here. He's actually finally reading Stevenator's punishes. I think if Stevenator wants to be able to take control of the match, he's going to have to throw out less moves and use them to be able to react to what Scythe's doing. Because he's kind of got an idea of where Stevenator is using his moves.
Ooh, and the ground pound recovery combo for the match.
That ended that way earlier than I thought.
+1 to Scythe.
I was watching it happen as it happened, and I was like, there's no way that's going to kill off the top, but he gets it. Excellent ground pound into recovery combo. Scythe takes game 1. And this best of 3. I almost feel like Stevenator's definitely going to be mixing up his legend choice here. Like, there's no way that he's going to want to stick with Brynn if he's having that much difficulty spacing the axe.
X for Hattori.
Maybe Hattori, maybe Wildvar, but either way, game 1 goes to Scythe. It's up to Scythe here to be able to ban 2 stages, and Stevenator will be able to pick from the remaining 5.
Gotta ban Blackguard. Blackguard and Shipwreck banned from Scythe.
Makes sense. Shipwreck is a very comfortable stage from Stevenator. We see him and other Boo members oftentimes opting to go to that stage just because there's nothing going on there. They get a center stage to fight on.
And decides to take the Thunder Guard and pull out the Bodvar.
Yep, the legend switch from Stevenator. Scythe opting to stick with his Lucien. Let's see how Stevenator is going to be able to mix up his playstyle now against Scythe's excellent spacing with his guns. Finds the hammer, tosses it aside, and goes in for the unarmed. Scythe trying to cover the middle of Thunderguard with his Dealites.
Stevenator playing a little bit more passive, making sure that Scythe doesn't rack up as much damage.
Yeah, but Scythe's still managing to get some of those attacks in. Finds a Dealite side air, but Scythe finds a combo of his own. I feel like something I'm not seeing a lot from Stevenator in these games is weapon tosses. Like, he's not opting to throw his weapon unless it's a hammer. Like, he'll only throw the weapon away if he doesn't want it. And I feel like he could be using those to be able to get in on these excellent gun spacing from Scythe, because he's just getting hits, and he can't get them out. It's like Scythe can go for these charged down signatures, and Stevenator has no idea how to be able to get in. Lands the side air, hits Stevenator off the side of the stage.
Stevenator brought to the edge. Very too aggressive against Lucien, and Scythe gets the D-Sig.
Yeah, goes for the ground pound, however. Scythe being able to go off stage, but he feels comfortable. He's got the weapon advantage, and there's the recovery to kill him off the top. Scythe denies all the weapons that he can and goes back to his guns, but dodges into a mine, making the match
or the reset, too.
Even. Scythe had an opportunity to really take advantage of that first stock. Unfortunate that he had to end it the way that he did. But he stays on the side of the stage, gets his guns, and he's ready to spar off against Stevenator's hammer once again. I wouldn't be surprised to see Stevenator just toss his hammer aside the second another weapon spawns and try to go for the sword.
He wants to play that shenanigans zone, apparently.
Oof. Scythe is just not approaching. Both players at a standoff here. Because it's interesting. Scythe's game plan right now is to be able to stay and wait for Stevenator to approach. And Stevenator's thoughts right now are, I don't want to approach because it's not working. So both players are just standing on either side of the stage.
Daily reminder that we are all, in fact, parrying.
Indeed. But I really think Stevenator could be making more efforts to mix it up. There it was. There was the first example of the weapon toss and the unarmed combo. I think he needs to go for more of those and be a little bit more effective with those. Otherwise, he's going to find himself having difficulty winning this match.
He needs to do something to get some momentum
And here it is.
play.
Honestly, as boring as this is to watch, I think this benefits Stevenator because he's the one who's trying to think of a way to mix up his playstyle so that he can pull it the win. While Scythe only really has one playstyle that he's shown us so far. Lands with the down air.
Stevenator taking the damage lead off that trade.
Both players in this standoff are trying to figure out what to do. Goes for the dodge into the D-Light, gets Scythe into the air, and
Catches the
finds him
down
red.
in the neutral.
If Stevenator can find a D-Light side air, there it is, sends him off the stage, I believe he can end the stock. But he ends up going too low. Finds the bomb, will he be able to land this? No, he doesn't. Barely misses. Excellent ground pound from Scythe. That might actually end the stock. No, Stevenator recovers to the left.
But it's just itching to get that neutral up.
Finds the gun, Scythe doing an excellent job of denying weapons, but Stevenator finds the recovery and kills him off the top, finally ending the stock and taking the lead 2-1. Stevenator has a weapon right now, denying Scythe, but Scythe goes in with the down air, ends up getting some damage off. Here are the guns. Will he be able to get him with a tricky side signature? No, instead finds the ground pound.
Ground pound?
And kills him directly down the center of the stage. Stevenator's own counterpick.
Seems to be something that Stevenator is... Scythe is very good at, getting that gun GP off.
Yeah. And now we're at a point again where stocks are completely even and we're in this odd point of the neutral where neither player wants to approach. Goes to the ground pound, however. Scythe opting to go underneath the stage. I think this is where Stevenator wants him. Nope. Instead, lets him get back onto the stage and opts for the side of the stage once again. Scythe boxing him out with some side lights right now.
Very decisive trading going on right now.
Scythe finally goes for a weapon that doesn't end up working out. And
Stevenator
Stevenator...
finding a monstrous combo, trying to take him off stage and gimp him out.
Yeah, he found his way in. One misstep from Scythe led to an insane amount of hits from Stevenator right here. And now that he's off stage, I feel like he's going to take this off.
And he's got it. 1-1.
The pace of the match changed dramatically the second Stevenator was able to get a hit in where Scythe wasn't on the ground with his Lucien. And he carried him off the stage and won the match. 1-1. Stevenator still has an opportunity to continue going through winner's bracket. Let's see what he bans out here. It was imperative, I think, in that last match for Stevenator to make sure that he kept Lucien on the side of the stage. Because if he got back on, he'd have to deal with trying to be able to get in against the amazing zoning power of guns once again, and that would be difficult.
It was so crazy to see just how fast the game picked up for Steve once he got that in.
Yeah,
I know a little bit redundant there, but I mean that was like one combo.
An interesting decision. Stevenator opting to pick Lucien himself. I'm not sure if this will speed up or slow down the match. But I mean, at least now he has guns to be able to deal with the guns of his own.
And taking things to Twilight Zone got that nice shenanigan area for all kinds of bad things to happen to you.
Yeah, definitely. Stevenator opting for a slightly less red color scheme of Lucien, being orange. Finds the mine, but Scythe ends up picking up the first weapons and denies it. Finds the guns. Alright, Stevenator picking up the guns right now, and Scythe finding himself on the other side of the stage. He's okay with not approaching. But Stevenator is finding his way in, gets the side airs into the ground pound. Scythe forced to recover
almost
high.
Taking Scythe down.
Stevenator's yet to take damage. And Scythe's finding himself in the orange. Will he go for the ground pound here off the stage? No, instead he gets hit by a side air. Hey, interesting option coverage for both players.
That simultaneous side light.
Yeah,
really cool.
Side light and the side air was pretty interesting to see. Both players spacing each other out with guns right now, but Stevenator's spacing is honestly something better. Scythe's got to be able to find a way to get on stage and start racking up some damage on his own before Stevenator ends the stock.
Stevenator goes to change things up with the downlight, but Scythe responds with the side light.
Let's see if we can see a signature punish from Stevenator. Goes for 2 down 6 in a row, but misses. Goes for the sidelight. Excellent gravy cancel from Scythe to be able to punish, but he doesn't find any conversion. Scythe goes for unsafe ground pound and gets ground pounded himself.
Finds the GP.
Yeah. The issue that I have with gun ground pound, or ground pounds in general, is that there's that recovery, regardless of whether or not you actually hit the ground, that can be easily punished by a ground pound of their own. This is exactly where Stevenator wants to be, because it's going to be so easy for him to space out Scythe with these guns without taking any ridiculous kill moves himself.
And he gets the chain.
He gets
the gun chain.
2 neutral lights into recovery to gimp him off the top of the stage. And that stock was ended as quickly as it was gotten back. 3-1
This mirror taking Scythe way off his game.
Scythe holding the catchers right now, but has absolutely no idea what to do with them. Goes in for the D-light, but doesn't get conversion. Looks for the guns, but Stevenator's just honestly hitting him with every single shot that he takes from these guns right now. Scythe's finding himself in the orange. And Stevenator finds the downstig. Will he be able to get the stock? No! Gets hit by the recovery. Is he going for the side air? Chooses not to. He's got the guns once again. Hits him with the side light.
He's trying to get that side sig. Stevenator spot dodging.
Oof. Goes for the reverse.
And the down sig to close the game. 2-1.
Yeah.